In case you didn't watch the other video, I built my outfit for the people that wanted to see a little bit more skin. So there you go. It's all sexy now. So whatever. This time we're still continuing on our Thanksgiving series, and what we're doing tonight is we are going to prep for the green bean casserole, and then we'll continue this on and we'll finish this off in my second segment. But we're going to put together the green bean casserole tonight. I actually started it off a little bit earlier. And we just worked on our race day pie. You'll see that in another video. But we did the race day pie. I did a little faux pas in the race day pie, so I had to have a drink. Jason hooked me up with a nice little relaxer to make it better because we were stressing out over the pie. So anyway, we're all good now. So we are back to cooking again. And we are going to make green bean casserole. And this is a love it or hate it dish. I'm making it a way that I hope everybody loves it. People don't like the original because they say it's kind of bland and it's just kind of been the same way for years and years and years. So apparently the originators of the, and I don't even know who, I think Campbell's Soup did it. They did the original green bean casserole years ago with the cream of mushroom soup. And that's basically what you mixed in it. I took that they have a new updated version and we've kind of edited a little bit to make it ours. So every time I take this, people who say they hate green bean casserole end up coming back and say they want more. So hopefully this will become something you like to do as well. So you're going to begin with green beans, and you're supposed to have, if it's a single recipe, it should be 4 cups of green beans. You can use canned green beans or you can use fresh.
Has to be fresh.
Typically, I use the canned green beans because I'm just lazy, and it's like 2 cans of green beans, done, and you're good. But my husband decided that it wasn't appropriate for me to use canned green beans today, and he insisted that I make fresh green beans. So what he did, he agreed, he got the green beans and he cut them up for me. He went and did a little chop on the green beans, got them all set. And then what I did is I cooked them on the stove. You want to boil them for at least 10 minutes on the stove. And what I boiled mine in, just to make them extra flavorful, is I had some ham stock, which I'll show you. Because you can put chicken stock if you got that, but we found this better than bouillon ham stock, which is, they sell chicken, they sell beef, they sell mushroom, they sell garlic, they sell all kinds of stuff. But we like the ham one for certain things. Basically, you take about a teaspoon of this and mix it with a cup of water, and you end up with stock. And so we took this, and I made about, I'd say it's about 4 or 5 cups of this, and that's what I cooked the green beans in. And then the other thing that I cooked them in is, because, you know, they need that little other element, and just so I could spice it up a little bit, I took a salt pork and put some salt pork in it. And I've got a separate little video or little picture that I will show you of the salt pork that I use. But basically, salt pork is kind of like a meat that they used to use for preservation back in the old days. It's a very primitive meat. I call it kind of like a cross, to me, it's between ham and bacon. It's really good. It's very fatty. It's very salty. Why is there a cat coming up on the counter? Because we can't cook without kitties here, apparently. I guess that's why we call it the Marco Cat House. Anyway, we were talking
She's
about,
looking at the ingredients on the thing here.
She needs to move. Yoo-hoo, kitty, move away. Bye. Thank you much. So I cooked it in the salt pork, put the little strips of that. You can use ham hocks if you got those, but I didn't really have any of those laying around, so I hadn't made the ham yet. But you can, I just used the salt pork and put that in, again, boil it for about 10 minutes or so. It makes these things delicious. In fact, Jason was like trying to eat all of them before I could even put them into the green bean casserole. So along with these, you're going to put in, if it's a single, I'm kind of doubling up here, so everything that I say is going to be a little bit doubled here. In a single, this would be 2 cans or 4 cups. I think I've got more than that here. So what I'm going to use is 2 cans instead of the single 1 can, which you use if it was a single recipe. I'm putting 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup in. And then we're going to follow that up with some pepper, just some regular black pepper you can put in there. You can put salt in too. Because I cooked these in salt with all the ham and all that, I don't really think we need to add the extra salt to this time, so we're not going to do so. We also are going to need milk And I believe it calls for, on a single recipe, it's a half a cup of milk, and I'm putting in a cup. But I actually changed it up a little bit, and I put half and half in here because I like cream. That creamy element, it makes it, it just gives it a little bit more body, and it's just, everything's better. So, you know, we got to make it good. And then you also, another element that's a little bit different in this one is they put in red pepper. So I chopped up some red pepper. We're going to dump that in here. And then, this is not in the recipe, I like it in there though, is bacon. So I made some bacon. Sorry.
That's what the cat was after.
Did you get the bacon? There's the bacon. So there's the bacon. And you can crumble up your bacon. You can make your bacon any way you want to. Because this was the Pampered Chef party, I actually made mine in the Pampered Chef iron skillet. This is the cast iron skillet. And I just put it on the stove with the bacon in it. Boom. A few minutes later, boom, it was done. So that's all good to go. And then the other thing that we add in is cheese. And I think it says about a cup of cheese. We'll see where it goes. Sometimes we start with a cup. It just depends on how far we go. Sometimes what you should do is you put some in it, and then you'll save some over in reserve for putting it on top. And then also you have your French fried onions or whatever y'all want to call them. You take these, you can put some in the casserole, and then we will top it with the French fried onions. So this is a really simple throw together casserole, but it's really, really good. And again, if you don't like green bean casserole, I really suggest you give this one a shot because this one is amazing. So we're taking our green beans, and I'm going to take my cream of mushroom soup, and I didn't even need my little thing, but we'll stick it in there anyway. There we go. Sometimes it just slides right on out, and sometimes you gotta go digging at it. So there we go. So you want to get all of that cream of mushroom goodness, and you know, if you don't like cream of mushroom soup, I suppose you could try some other soups. You could do like cream of chicken, or you could do like a cream of celery or cream of something. You know, pick something else. But to me, I've always done it with the mushroom soup. I like that element in there, so that's why I'm going to use it. I'm going to go ahead and put in the black pepper. And it's probably about a teaspoon or so. I never follow exact measurements, particularly on salt and pepper and things like that. You know, we just kind of do it to taste. And then we're going to take and put our red onion in there. And this was one red onion, and I did the whole thing because I knew we were doubling this recipe.
Red onion?
Oh, red pepper. Oh, my bad. Thank you. See, you're just sitting over there letting me talk away. Thank you for catching that one. I appreciate it. Oh, I made a mistake. I guess I got a drink.
Yeah, that would have been interesting to put red pepper or red onions in there.
Well, I mean, it could give it a new flavor. I don't know. This will work. And then the next thing I'm going to dump on in here is going to be my milk. And again, I'm putting in a cup. Again, most of this cup was actually half and half because I had the half and half left over. In fact, I think all of it. Yeah, all of it was a half and half because I had just enough half and half. So that's what's in there.
And he used his nifty little Pampered Chef.
Yeah. See, thank you, because you know what? If I didn't, then Sherry would be yelling at me. She's like, why didn't you show it? Okay, so here you go. This, I think I showed in another video. These are the easy read measure cups, which I'm blind, so it doesn't matter how easy read it is, so I have to kind of figure out where it's at and then dump in there, but they're pretty cool. They sell them in a set. The rest of my set's hidden over there, and y'all know I hate my kitchen, so I ain't even going to try digging it out over there. Anywho, next thing we're going to throw in here, so bacon. So, we didn't crumple up all the bacon, so I'm just going to crumple it up a little bit real quick here, because I don't really need all of this, but I'm going to throw some of it in.
Oh, fine. Good, I'll eat some.
Yeah, what I don't put in, Jason will eat, so it'll be fine. And what he don't eat, I'm sure I'll feed the cat, so the cat's already over here begging for it, so. Oops, I'm throwing it on the floor. Hey, cats! Kitties!
Clean up on all one.
There's food on the floor. Yoo-hoo! Our cats are so lazy. Not only do they want us to give them their food, they want us to bring it to them because they are too lazy to come and clean it up. So, anyway, there goes bacon. Jason, you think that's enough bacon in there? I think it is.
That's good because I can eat the rest.
Me too. Nothing wrong with bacon. I sure hope there ain't no vegetarians coming to our house tomorrow because they out of luck. Because everything I got has bacon in it. Here we go, Princess. You want some bacon? There you go.
Oh, she's loving that. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, jealousy's arrived. Hold on. I think we have some for you, too. There you go, Miss Stitch. Oh, you had some. Anyway. Yep. Good. I'm going to put some of these little oniony dilly things there. They're in there. And then the last thing we're going to put in here before we stir all this mess up is going to be some cheese. And again, it's probably about a cup, but I know this is about a, so there's two 24-ounce packages, so that means there's about 3 cups in each one of these packages, and it looks like they're about to have a third of it left, so there's about a cup left. So I'm going to put most of this in. I'm going to reserve back some because I need it for the top, and I do have extra in the refrigerator outside, so I can always go and get more if I need it. One thing you're always going to find in our house is cheese and bacon, because we've got plenty of it. So the next thing you're going to do, would you stop eating the bacon, is we're going to stir all of this mess together. And then we're doing it ahead of time, and actually what we're going to do is put this in the refrigerator overnight and just kind of let it set. And then tomorrow morning, I'm going to pull it out of the refrigerator, and then I'm just going to go out, throw it into a casserole dish, and bake it up. And I think this goes into the oven for, I think it's about 350 degrees, and I think it is about 25-30 minutes. I always hesitate giving times because my oven takes a little bit longer, so every time I say it's going to take 30 minutes, it normally takes about 45 in my oven. But that's just the way it is. But that's all you do. So I am actually making this in my little mixing bowl that has a lid on it. So all I have to do is just basically blend this thing up. Once it's all blended up, I'm going to take this out. And I have a lid around here somewhere.
Right here.
Oh, there it is. And I'm going to take this lid and I'm going to shove this lid over the top. Just like so. And it's going to go into our refrigerator and it's going to come out in the morning and we're going to put it in the casserole dish. So that's all you have to do to put together this green bean casserole. Something you can really do ahead of time. You can do it probably a day, at least a day ahead of time. You might push 2 days, but I know a day for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the refrigerator, and we are all set till tomorrow morning.